everyone, and welcome back to another Exos Heroes video. Today we are going to take a deep dive into the Heartstrike passive ability, which is exclusive to the characters that you see on screen here. They are the Fate Core versions of characters in the game known as the Banga family. All of these characters have this unique passive ability, and it's actually really good. The reason I wanted to make this video, though, is whenever I first started playing this game, the passive abilities were very confusing to me, and it's also kind of hard to read because this game scrolls like this, and I don't know why you can't stop it. I really hope that they do this in the future, but I took a screenshot, so I'll be able to go through it in detail. But yeah, I wanted to bring the knowledge that I've acquired playing this game, understanding this passive to you guys to hopefully make it a little easier for you to understand. And the second thing is it actually got a buff recently because the first Guardian units, or these characters that I'm sure everyone either loves or hates. If they don't have them, they probably hate them. And if they have them, they probably love them. They have this crazy passive called like Wrath and Dragon Blood, the Great One, all of this stuff. So it kind of got neutered a little bit. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in detail here later on. But basically, I figured this video is a little more relevant now for these guys because they did get that buff. They were already good, and now they're just even better because of the recent nerf to those first Guardian units. So basically, we're going to go into the story mode and show you this passive in action, okay? And we'll read what the passive does, and then I'll explain what's going on in the game. So let's jump into story mode here, and I'll put the Heartstrike passive up on screen here so you guys can actually see what's going on as we walk through this. All right, so we're off auto. We've got our characters here. Now, reading the Heartstrike passive, it says, afflicts Heartstrike level 1 to one enemy with the highest health when the battle starts. So as you can see here, this guy right in front, he's got this like dark red ominous cloud in front of him. He is the one who's marked with Heartstrike. So if you go down at the bottom here, you can see right there, it says Heartstrike level 1 and decrease attack speed. So he's at level 1. The next thing is, as you can see here, Jin has 2 mana at the bottom of the screen already. He's got his first mana from being a machine type and having enough HP. That's kind of a hidden passive that the machine types have if they're 5-star or over. So that's where he got his first mana, and his second mana actually came from that Heartstrike passive. It says, increase the level of the mark when a target with the mark is damaged by an ally with Heartstrike skill, and it says obtain 1 mana per enemy mark level at the beginning of turn. So that's how he has that second mana. All right, so he's at Heartstrike level 1. As you can see, I have 5 of these Banga character families. So that initial passive where you put the mark on the character at the start of the battle, it does not stack. So it will always start at level 1. Okay? And as you can see with the passive, the level 1 debuff is it decreases the attack speed of the target. That's why this guy is hitting so far down in the lineup here. It's because he has that decreased attack speed. So the next thing that is going to happen is Jin is going to go in and attack him, okay? So once he's done that, you saw another mark take place there, right? So now if we go back to this character, he has Heartstrike level 2. So he still has the decreased attack speed, and then he just had the second level actually proc on him. And this is the decreased defense. And you can see right next to that guy, his icon there, it says minus 1,000. So his defense went from 1,543 to 543. So he's going to take a lot of damage just from a normal attack. God forbid he gets hit by a really big attack from Adams here. Okay, so that's the second one. Now, because he's on Heartstrike level 2 and he's about to get hit again by a character, Heartstrike level 3 is going to proc immediately. So he might die here. You might not be able to see level 3. But what's going to happen as soon as Adams hits this guy, it's going to deal 200% damage to this person that he's attacking as well as the guys around him. And then that guy is also going to have blind, so he's not going to be able to hit anybody. And then he's also going to take 2,000 damage every turn. So if we see here, Adams is going to go in and inflict level 3, deal 2,000 damage, and we'll see if any of these guys survive, because they might not. So he's going to go in, hit, and then, look, he just dealt 2,000 to... So the guy in the back right didn't survive. The guy in front obviously didn't survive because he took the normal hit with his defense decreased, as well as taking that 2,000 damage. So now what we're seeing is since the guy who originally had that Heart Strike ability on him died, it now moves on to the next character with the highest HP. Since we only have one person, it goes directly to him. So now he has the Heart Strike level 1 passive on him, and his attack speed went down. So now if we hit him again, he's going to have level 2, but he's probably going to die. There you go. So now we're going to move on to the next group. Maybe this group is a little tankier. Okay, so this will be a good example again here too. So again, that Heart Strike passive at the very beginning goes on to the guy with the highest HP. Heart Strike level 1, decrease attack speed. So Jin's going to go in and smack him. So now he has the level 2 on him. And also, as you can see here, all of my guys are actually gaining a lot of mana because once he has that mark, they gain mana equal to the mark level. So if he's at level 2, they'll gain 2 mana. If he's at level 3, they'll gain 3 mana. So it goes up very quick. So now Adams again is going to give him the level 3 mark automatically as soon as he hits him, and you'll see the damage get dealt again. The other thing you'll notice is this guy on the front row who has the purple Guardian Stone as well as the guy in the back. Those Guardian Stones are going to get damaged because the damage that Adams inflicts on the Heart Strike level 3 actually goes to everyone, and it counts as his element. So you'll see that here. So he's going to go in and smack him. See, the Guardian Stones broke, and he dealt 2,000 damage to everyone there. Morris is now up. This guy has the Heart Strike level 1 ability. So since he had the Heart Strike level 1, Adams actually got a he got 1 mana count. So he's going in level 2, and again his defense is decreasing, right? So let's take a look at him. So his defense also minus 1,000. So whenever Tantalo comes in and hits him, he's going to probably wipe out the rest of these guys. Okay, one guy survived with just a little bit on there, and then they're done. So that's kind of like a real-world example, you know, of this thing in action. It's a very deadly passive. Now, the reason why this recently got a buff against those first Guardian units is, let's go take a look at him here so we can read this passive. And I'll give you kind of just a snapshot of basically what this did. So let's take a look at Rara. And this is going to go quick. So I'll just tell you what's going on here. So the Great One, Dragon Blood, all of that really doesn't matter. The Dragon Scale is what matters. Okay? It says right there is once you take damage, it grants a barrier of 100% of own defense. Now, in the past, this passive actually counted the character's overall defense. So if it had a very high defense, it would be very hard to break through that barrier. So in the past, it would be 1,487 whenever they made the barrier. But now, with these little Bonga family guys, since they minus 1,000 on the Heart Strike level 2, that barrier is much smaller. So it's a lot easier to take down these first Guardian units with these Bonga family guys. So that's how they got the buff. Now, some things that people might not know about this passive is, and Tantalo is a very good example of this, but Tantalo has this some attacks that actually have damage over time effects. And what the damage over time does is it counts as an attack. So if you have a character that's at level 2, a level 1, a Heart Strike level 1, and you put this damage over time ability on them, it's going to automatically go to level 3. So it's at level 1. Tantalo is going to go in and inflict poison on his attack. So his initial attack is going to go to Heart Strike level 2, and the damage over time effect is going to proc and automatically get it up to level 3, deal the 2,000 everywhere, and start the damage over time effect of the Heart Strike ability. So crazy. It's very, very good. Also, these counter abilities on Morris and on Adams also count as hits. So if one of the characters, this is why Adams or Morris is really good in PvP against those solo First Guardian units, because what happens is Adams can go in, automatically afflict the Heart Strike level 1, so it'll give their First Guardian unit minus 20 speed. He'll go in and attack, decrease the defense to 1,000. They'll then attack him with the Wrath ability that they have, and since he gets hit by Wrath, he will then counter and automatically get them up to level 3 on his very first attack. So a lot of things going on there. Great in PvP content, especially during the tag week, which we're in right now. So if you actually want to go see my teams, this is what I'm using right now in tag. And right now, like, my team isn't even super strong. My initial team, it's good. But so this is my first team, right? I've got some pretty good characters in there. It's probably my strongest team. And then my first tag is actually FC Annie and Adams. So Adams can actually just nuke those FC characters without ever them getting a turn. He can just one-shot them, especially with Annie. And then my second one, I'm using FC Jin to deal with solo teams as well. So actually, just looking at this, I already have this kind of backwards. I should have Morris in here for Jin for the counter, but I don't know why I put him in there. So that's my team. I lied. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm rocking with now, because what I just explained. So during the tag, it's actually a really nice combination to use your Bonga family characters against those first Guardian units. If anyone's watching this has suffered through that, you should definitely try and check these guys out or get them, because they're very, very good now. But yeah, that's my video, guys. I wanted to explain it in detail. Hopefully it provided a little bit of clarity with the examples and so on. So let me know if it was helpful for you, if you want me to explain any of the other passives in detail. I know there's some pretty good guys out there already on the Dragon Blood passive, Wrath, Dragon Scale, all of that, but I didn't see a whole lot out there with the Heart Strike ability. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.